So employee engagement is a psychological connection to the organization, right? And then to the work that they're doing, their actual job. And if you want to get your employees really jazzed up, and it starts in the hiring process, right? Where I said they've got to be excited about your mission and passionate about helping you or your vision to accomplish that and be able to take action on the mission. Well, to accomplish that, you have to create that psychological connection. And there's different methods and approaches for going about it. But I'll give you a classic example with the owner of the company, right? So let's assume you have a mission, a vision, and core values, right?
Right.
So we'll start with that premise. Well, if it's your company, right, they're your mission. It's your vision. It's your core values. So you are already psychologically connected, meaning you are willing to do whatever it takes to achieve that vision, right? To live out your mission. And hopefully you are making decisions based on those core values you created.
Right.
Well, go back to when I was a Vistage chair. One of the topics would always come up, how do I get my employees to be as motivated as me? And back then I didn't understand it like I do today. And I always say, well, maybe give them a piece of the company. If they own it, they'll be as committed. But I learned they don't have to own it to have that same commitment. You can create that same psychological connection. Mm-hmm. And that's what I said. So when you're hiring, you need to have your mission, your vision, at least your mission and your core values in your job post, right? Mm-hmm. They need to be on your website, on your career page, on your About Us page. So in other words, they got to be visible everywhere. And you need to ask interview questions around it to find out if people are really inspired by those things and connected. If they're not, don't hire them. It'll be short term, right? But if they are, then that leads to what's known as discretionary effort.